All right, so now we're gonna focus on audio. Now we're gonna take that footage that we just filmed with Andrew and we're gonna pretend that all the audio that was on that set is ruined. It was destroyed, something happened, which actually happens all the time on sets. Your batteries go out, a microphone doesn't work, so you have to find creative ways to recreate that sound effect. So the first thing that we noticed is that he was in a kind of garage kind of atmosphere, some type of big warehouse building with concrete floors. So we picked a garage to record in. This is gonna sound like the reverb and all the sound effects is gonna be bouncing off the walls. It's gonna sound similar to where he was. So now I'm gonna walk you through, we kind of figured out a bunch of random props around the garage to kind of mimic the things that are happening there. If you notice, the first thing that he does is he walks. He's walking on that concrete floor, so it's gonna have some type of echoey sound of his footsteps. And he's also wearing flip-flops, so I made sure that I'm wearing flip-flops. Another sound effect that we're gonna mimic is the suitcase. He walks in with a suitcase. We don't have a suitcase, but we have this box. And then he goes through the boxes and he makes some noise. So we found some other boxes we can kind of use to make some noise. And then he moves a beanbag. We don't have a beanbag, but we do have this bag of dirt. And we noticed when we wrapped a bag of dirt in a towel, it created this interesting sound effect of a beanbag. And then he picks up, let's move this stuff around, and then he moves a ladder. Again, we don't have a ladder, but we have these two metal poles that we can bang around and maybe sound like a ladder. Then after moving the ladder, he digs around some more with the boxes and he pulls out what he's been looking for, which is this paper bag. We don't know what's in the paper bag, but we have this bag of bird seed, so we can kind of move that around to make it sound like that bag. And then he exits. And then he grabs his suitcase, he opens up his suitcase, which makes a clicking noise. Again, we don't have a suitcase, but if we push this button on this vacuum, it kind of sounds like a suitcase button opening up. So now I'm gonna show you guys how we're gonna film, actually really how we're gonna record all this audio for these sound effects. Okay, so now we're gonna start recreating some of these sounds. Right now I'm using a lav, and that's really good just for picking up my voice, but we're gonna switch to a boom to recreate some of these sounds. And the reason why we're switching to a boom is because it really isolates that sound that's happening. I mean, it catches a little bit of the reverb of the room, but mainly it focuses just on that sound. So now we're gonna show you how we're gonna use that boom and also some of these different things to recreate those sounds. And the last thing that you wanna do is really important, is just get ambient sound. It's also called room tone. It's just the natural tone of the room. So we're gonna go ahead and let it roll for a minute and just get that of complete silence. Okay, we just finished grabbing our room tone. Now we're gonna go back to the studio, grab all these sounds and edit it all together.